Okay, so perfect scenario, right? Eat more on the weekends, still see results. How do we do this? Right, I just want to say as well, this links into a bit what we talked about yesterday. So we all have the times where we go a bit crazy, especially over the weekends. And the most important thing is you get back on track, okay? Because remember, it's what you do the majority of the time that counts. However, if you're feeling a bit extra dedicated and you almost don't want to take the half step back as such, that this crazy weekend might push you back, then you can implement a strategy called calorie cycling, okay? Now, calorie cycling works on the premise that you don't lose fat daily. So you basically, you lose fat on a weekly and monthly basis, okay? Not a daily basis, okay? So your weekly calories are more important than your daily calories, okay? So I think this is literally purposely built for these crazy weekends, okay? So let's talk about how it works. Now, I will say this is easier if you calorie count, and you'll find out why in a moment, but it can be done if you don't, okay? So let's say you calorie count, and let's say you eat 1,000 calories more on Sunday than you normally do, okay? Now, what you can do is you can pay these back, okay? So basically, over the next week, you eat 1,000 calories less than what you normally would, okay? Now, how you do that is up to you. For example, for 2 days, you could eat 500 calories less than what you normally do. Or for 5 days, you could eat 200 calories less. But basically what you're doing is you're paying them back. Because remember, it's the week that matters, not the day. So as long as that weekly total is the same, it makes no difference how you split that up over the days, okay? Now, obviously you can see how it's easier if you calorie count, because, it's more precise. However, if you don't, you can still do it. You just have to eat less. Now, how much you do that, you're going to have to, have a bit of sort of guess at that as such. But basically, you just eat less to compensate, okay? Now, this can also work in reverse. So let's say that you have an upcoming event this weekend and you know you're going to eat more than you normally do. So basically, for the week or for the few days leading up to it, you eat less in anticipation of the extra that you're going to eat, okay? Because like I say, it's the total over the week that counts, not the daily. And how you split that up is up to you, okay? And I think this works perfect for the majority of people. Because let's be honest, the weekends we're more social. Okay, so we have, during the week, we have a lot of structure, we're busy, we're at work. So eating less during the week probably isn't going to bother the majority of people that much, okay? Whereas on the weekend, we have loads of free time, we're a lot more social, there's a lot more social events going on. We're probably much more likely to eat more, okay? So this is literally perfectly set up. And it is literally amazing how much extra food, drinks, treats you can fit in over the weekend and still see progress, okay? Because like I say, we're just so much more social over the weekend. And during the week, it probably won't bother us that much to eat a little bit less. So by saving during the week, you can fit this extra in at the weekend and still see results. Because remember, it's the week that counts, not the days, okay? Now, just to add on to this is a strategy I got from James Smith, which I think is brilliant as well. Like calorie cycling, by the way, is amazing for the exact reason I've just talked about, but this is another one on top of that. And again, it works easier if you calorie count, but you can do it if you don't. I would suggest doing a food diary if you don't. And basically what it says is most people start on a Monday. Okay, so you start on the Monday. So you go Monday to Friday and everything's great, everything's awesome. And then the weekend comes and, all hell breaks loose, okay? And like I say, you can pay them back like we've talked about earlier. Or what he suggested is you start your tracking on a Friday. So now you get to Monday and if you're calorie counting, you look at all the calories that you ate during the week, you subtract that from what you've got left from Monday to Friday, and you look at it and you think, holy crap, I can literally eat nothing for the next 5 days. Or, if you don't calorie count, you do a food diary. You do the food diary, it gets to Monday, you look at it and you think, oh my God, I ate so much food from Friday to Monday. And now if I'm going to, pay this back from this Monday to the coming Friday, I'm going to have to eat a lot less. Now, basically what this does is, this is especially good if, you tend to go a little bit crazy too often at the weekends. It basically just helps you to rein it in a little bit. Now, I'm not saying don't have fun, because if anybody has followed me for any period of time, you know that I encourage people to go out and have fun. I post my treats myself. I don't hide that. However, there's a difference between enjoying yourself and still seeing results and not. Okay, going too far that you're just not seeing results. Okay, so it's getting that balance between the two. Okay, so that's it. Calorie cycling, awesome. So essentially, saving, because like I say, it's the week that counts, not the days. How you split that up doesn't matter. So if you tend to be more social, if you tend to struggle with how much you eat the weekends, eat less during the week, save them for the weekend, you can still see results. Okay, that's it. If you got some value from that,